Before doing anything, make sure you install latest drivers. And before you install drivers, I would recommend you to use timeshift to back up everything. After you install Linux, create one restore file. And now to install Lutris, go to lutris.net. Press get Lutris. Open a terminal. And depending on your distribution, copy the lines. Well, I already did that, so I'm gonna skip it, but it will require to enter your password and press yes, so on. Then you should register an account. I already did that. Open Lutris. You're not gonna see these games, but you're gonna see connect. Press it. Then you should press synchronize library. Don't try to install Battlefield 4 right away. Restart Lutris. Then go back to the website. Type in Battlefield in search. Choose Battlefield 4. And install. Make sure it's Lutris. I already have it, but for demonstration I will install it again. Choose where you want to install it. I will choose my old hard drive. It's gonna be a little bit slow. I will cut out those parts. I already did this once before, so there is gonna be a few pop-ups. You're gonna install additional software. You're not gonna see it here. After this installation, if Origin doesn't launch, just like in my case, then delete it and install it again. Before installing it, restart Lutris, I would suggest at least. Okay, if that's what you see after installation, then it's fine. Enter your credentials. Okay, I have the Battlefield on a different drive, so I'm not gonna download, but you can see that it works fine. If it doesn't, you should reinstall it. Here it's gonna start downloading. You should uncheck those. If you're going to download, then you can skip some of it. Okay, I'm not gonna wait for hours. Wait, well, a little bit less clearly. I'm gonna delete it. Well, before deleting, I'm gonna show you where it's going to install it. I chose my hard drive and Origin. Then it creates drive C program files, Origin games, and here Battlefield 4. Now I'm gonna delete it and copy my Battlefield 4 from a different drive. If you're doing it the same, so you're gonna have some problems, but so will I, and I will show you how to solve it. So it's gonna take some time, I'm gonna skip this part. Okay, actually there was a problem with my recordings program, so I had to uninstall after I made it work and redo all of it. So now go to Origins, Application Settings, and uncheck these. You probably can leave these chats and friend activities, but I just disable them. Now go to the installation place through the browse installers, and as you see I'm going to install DirectX, then Punkbuster, and some Microsoft software. If you install this game and you getting kicked from the game right after you enter, you probably didn't install Punkbuster. And if you're going to download the game, not install it from a different drive, then you might have error when it tries to install it automatically. And you need to do it still manually, like this. Now I'm going to finalize installation. First I will delete all the cab files because it says in the description of the installer, but I think you don't need to do this part. Well, later on you do. Because when I press download, it will instantly download those files back. You should keep these free files the next time you're going to delete it as well. Well, when you press preparing, it's gonna take about 5 minutes or so if you're running on old hard drive. And then you're gonna have this pop-up, but don't do anything else when it's preparing. And now it's downloading back those DirectX files that I deleted for no reason. Okay, so now it's finalizing. It's gonna take a lot of time and you're gonna get these DirectX setup errors. And you just press OK. You're gonna get at least 2 of them, probably. And of course it's very lagging. Maybe if you're running on a SSD like I did before, you're not gonna be lagging. After all the DLCs are downloaded, you're gonna get errors. Just press close on both of them. Make sure they all installed. And those DirectX errors were at the bottom. Make sure you don't have any of them. Now you can use this browser. Just go where you installed it, Origin, Program Files, Origin, Games, Battlefield Installer, DirectX, Redis. Now delete all the cap files. So skip the first deletion and just do it here. If you downloaded the game, you probably didn't need to wait 5 minutes before it started installing it. That's the difference. Now it's gonna download back those files. Okay, now and we are done. Origin thinks that we're downloading something, so I made sure we are not. As you can see, there is no files here. And it doesn't say updating, it says update game, so it's just an error. Launch game. For some reason the recording program didn't record sound, so you're not hearing it, but the main menu music is stuttery. On SSD it's just fine. If you know how to set up settings, you should just go and install a Battlefield. If you don't, keep watching. Okay, so now go to options. Audio is gonna be the wrong one, of course. Everyone mostly likes to use headphones. Okay, for some reason it doesn't see my 144 Hz, but on 60 Hz I didn't see any tearing, even though I was having about 100 FPS. Field of view should be about 80 if you're playing it. I'm sure you're gonna do it yourself. Motion blur, who likes it, I don't know. Depth of field just blinds you for no reason. I usually play everything on high except anti-aliasing. Ambient occlusion just makes it darker. It's dark enough. And I didn't show it, but you should choose raw input off for mouse, because it's gonna be a bit jittery. I was looking for Conquest, but I didn't see that it was Operation Locker, which is horrible on Conquest. When I play on SSD, the ping on all the servers are about 500, but when you go into the server, it's about 60. Now when you join the game, at the beginning it's gonna be stuttery, just like most of Wine games, but about a minute or two into the gameplay, it's gonna stop stuttering. Well, there is gonna be still some stuttering because I'm recording, and for some reason OBS likes to make it stutter. The program that I was using to cut the footage turned it to 25 FPS, but I didn't bother to change it because it's just a tutorial. It's almost not stuttering anymore, except for the stuttering caused by OBS. And soon you're gonna see why I don't like Conquest on Operation Lock. All the grenades and one from behind still got me. At this point it's almost not stuttering, except for a mouse stutter that I didn't disable in the options, but I'm soon gonna show it to you. Yes, you see I'm noticing the stutter of the mouse. Same thing on the GTA 5. The mouse options need to be changed to Windows if you want to control your mouse fully. Otherwise it lets you to turn like 270 degrees or 210, and locks. If you change to window, you can use it normally. Well, that's it. If it worked for you too, so leave a like. If it didn't, leave a dislike so other people wouldn't see it and try it. And if you want me to set up GTA 5 on Steam, let me know. I can do that as well.